So a couple weeks ago, I saw this on the TL. People talking about free to play. I feel like this discussion comes up once a year or so, and this time it was brought up by Max. So let's watch the video. Let's see what's up.
This isn't 2001, 2002 anymore, where you specifically have like Tekken 5, Third Strike, CVS 2, Marvel 2, and maybe Smash Brothers Melee. That'll actually have larger communities that'll last a long time. The only reason those communities were around and grew over time is because they had no options, motherfucker. Like, they literally had nothing else. A lot of those games were, like, done. People just stopped making them.
My dude started by spitting tonight, bro. That's facts. I just had a video, too, on what games were, like, before they started patching, like, release schedules and stuff. And that was talking about games that were being released. Like, before then, dude, like, if you're a Capcom player, that's why they called it the Dark Ages, right? It was, Capcom wasn't releasing anything. They were releasing fighting games, though, during that time, but they called them the Dark Ages anyway. So my dude's spitting right now.
What is the situation now? You have a ton of options. You have a shit ton of options. You have...
Oh, he bleeped out motherfucker, but not shit. Oh my god.
So many games to choose from that run really good online, play really well, and all have a decent amount of people playing. I'd honestly argue, because perspective can be skewed, there's probably way more people playing now in any individual fighting game that has had like a relatively large audience at the start than any of those games in like the mid 2000s when SRK was big, when all of the...
I'll only fight him a little bit on that. Back in the day, in Arcadia, they used to have like the monthly rankings of what people were playing. So I think the more accurate thing would be there's way more players everywhere. I think that is for sure. There are more people playing everywhere than before. That is for sure. But I like for some games, I mean, they were having like 800-man tournaments for Guilty Gear in like 2000s, but that was like only in Japan. And then honestly, during Street Fighter 2, this is ultra boomer. This is like Civil War boomer-esque type shit. But they had the Street Fighter 2 championships, national championships for the US too, that apparently had like more than 1,000 entrants or something. I felt like I watched a documentary on that on YouTube.
So what do you think about the people who are in here? All of them?
Yep. So I would challenge him a little bit on it, but I think if he said, because I would agree with this, I think there are more people playing everywhere. That I think is for sure.
Those fighting games were huge. If you are like, oh man, but what? There's nobody playing it though. Oh, you can go find people to play it. They're gonna whoop your ass though. And I get it. I get it. It's nice playing people that are around your skill level. Unless you have a game that is like so insanely appealing to everyone. And, oh, you know what? I have the solution for you.
Wait, stream chat, side note. What do you prefer when you're starting a new game? What do you prefer? What do you prefer when starting a new game? So this is about who is starting with you, right? People your level who are starting with you, or do you prefer getting beat up? Because personally, I prefer playing somebody better, because I feel like I get access to the problems of the game faster than if I play people my level. So if you're playing other people who are beginning, like, I think it's easier to get in, but then you'll have new problems really fast, where like I feel like if I play people who are better, then I see like the true problems of the game, and like all like when you're starting, all the problems are like, I don't know how to combo here, I don't know the safe jump here, I don't know the option set here. Like, it's all stuff you can fix relatively easily, where like when you play people who are better, like, so imagine like someone is starting Guilty Gear Strive and they're playing as a strike throw character, so they'd have to learn how to deal with throw PRC, the throw tech system, how to use FD. Every fighting game that I played where I didn't start from the beginning, I found much more success for the early game by playing people who are better than me.
Unless your fighting game is free to play, will you actually get some of that? Will your audience...
Oh, there it is.
Most fighting games are going to result to the same problem, or until there's like big sales or like expansions or reasons to go back and check out an old thing because a new thing is really cool. That's just the nature of things. People get excited about shit. But there's always the barrier, right? You have to pull out your wallet and spend money. If you didn't have to do that and shit was just free and you just fire it up and try it, well, of course you're going to find people. That game will always have a huge amount of people playing. Crossing every single finger, chat. I'm crossing everything. This is my new pose. This is my new pose of like, I'm going to cross everything. This is my new pose that I hope it's free to play, has rollback netcode, and has crossplay.
I will not assume the pose. I don't know. I think he's spitting though. It's so weird for fighting games. I feel like because like the traditional model is pay per play, right? Like 50 cents, a dollar, 25 cents. Assume the pose. How many gift subs, bro? Fighting games used to be pay per play, right? So this used to be like the old, like one of the old discussions we used to have about like why people play the way they do, and it's because like they don't have to pay to play. And when you say pay to play, it's like pay per game. Like it's not like, oh, I paid $60 and I just have this game. It's like pay for each game. Free to play. I mean, it seems like it's the way. If your only goal is more people playing, I think if you're not hiding behind an IP, like let's say I made a fighting game. I make a fighting game about I don't know penguins and shit. I don't know, my penguin fighter, right? So if I made a fighting game like that and it's not free to play, I can't even expect the game to exist. I feel like where like if I was gonna make like One Piece Fighter or Yu Yu Hakusho Fighters or something, that I feel like the IP is strong enough that you could like flex a little bit. You could flex and use the IP to get people to buy. Dragon Ball Fighters has like what, 8 million sold, 9 million sold. Wait, who am I kidding? It would be an One Fighter, by the way. People really get in their feelings about free to play. I can't really say I have a lot of expertise in this field because I don't really play free to play games. The main thing I would say is it's about the monetization, I guess. So I actually lied to you guys. I did play a free to play game. I played Genshin Impact for like 6 months. And usually when I play those games, so like I've tried some. I played some on stream. So for example, I played Raid Shadow Legends on stream. And usually when I play one of those games, I buy stuff in the game just to see how the money works. Because like it feels like they make the money system in free-to-play games hard to understand on purpose. And Genshin has like you have like your free stuff, and then you have like a level 2 orb that you can get a little bit by playing, so you save up, or you can spend some money and they'll give you like a bonus if you spend money, and this is what you need to summon. And then they have like the summon systems of, oh, you tried really hard to summon, so when you summon like 80 times and you don't get a character, we give you like a pity 5-star because we pity you for spending all your money on our free-to-play game, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really familiar with the monetization models that these type of games would use, but like at some point, and I think I understand it too, especially because like I was never really like a PC type of gamer. Like a really common question I get is this game worth $60 or is this game worth $40 or however much the game is? And in my head, like when this is like one of the only time I talk about hours in a fighting game, and I'm like, dude, like each game that I play is probably like 2K plus 3K plus hours. So like for $60 for like that much, I'm like, I don't know. I think it's worth it. Once upon a time, though, Dead or Alive had a free-to-play. I know there was a Tekken free-to-play. And there's KI also. I feel like all of these, maybe it's just too ahead of its time. I don't know. But once a year or so, we have this discussion in fighting games, and people say this is one of the reasons why fighting games are not bigger. I definitely think it would help because more people would be able to try the game. And I think the big thing about retention is, I can't speak for other games, but I feel like no matter what, there's going to be a drop-off. But if the game is free to play, there will be more people continuously trying the game, I feel like. And that's kind of what he's going for. And I think that's pretty sound, frankly. And like other people have mentioned, the only worry would be the monetization, but I'm not so familiar with it. Like, I don't know. You guys have to teach me. How do you guys feel, though? How do you guys feel?